Hello, and welcome to Warsim, the Realm of Aslona. Uh, I suppose let's see if there's anything. This is a kingdom management text adventure of sorts. Uh, I suppose there are elements of also. Suppose role playing is very much possible in this maybe a kind of a possible draw for this game as well. Uh, this runs in a console, so it doesn't even have any kind of a font setting of its own. I have to go do some weird things in the wine console to fix that. It might be even too small still for you, but it's probably fine. This might be too small for you. Anyway, let's go start a new game. I'm not going to. I was thinking of playing a completely custom game. I've played the with random stuff enough, but I'm going to make this kind of a challenge. Normally, well, will the demon horde is kind of your one thing that could be considered a main opponent, if there even is any. It doesn't. The game doesn't end in any way if you defeat them, but they. I'm not know what I was. I'm wanting to say, but the bandits are something that, of course, steal your money between turns. I'm going to make them the most powerful that they can be. I think they will be minor bandit groups will be instantly replaced with new groups when defeated. But of course, this level can be lowered by player actions, so we'll see if that will be fine still. For whatever reason, this doesn't go to being active. Maybe I'm not understanding something, but I'm going to also have the classic bandits share a large portion of land. The bandit horde is normal. There doesn't appear to be a large portion, and the bandit horde is a huge option. So I think that might be the most difficult one. Then there is a rebellion as well. People apparently haven't. It might actually be more against your father. We'll see the description of Faradell the Kinslayer at some point. But I'm going to make the rebellion be fierce. I think that might be the most difficult option. Although the full swing also sounds kind of bad. But if that's supposed to be kind of a. I'd suppose that the classic would be middle ground, but who knows really. Adventure groups don't really seem to be a big deal at all. I don't think we are going to be needing. I I either really misunderstand them or they really don't matter. Either or. I'm not going to even have adventure groups. Uh, I'm not going to have the race be completely of my choosing. I'm going to get the insignificant model. Only typically strong races will spawn. I'm. Um, I don't think I'll be playing on impossible or what was the most difficult difficulty with this. The Infinite Conquest right now seems to spawn some uh, r- really strong opponents if you conquer those independent kingdoms that were there in the beginning. Um, then default faction settings. Disable Goblin Kingdoms of Krat and Iraq. I don't really like them. Uh, they can't be. You can't really do diplomacy all that much with them. Okay, let's continue with that. Just in case I'm going to play this a little bit longer than I'm. The thing is, I am not somebody who seems to be able to finish any video game commentaries they begin unless they are really, really short. But you can continue on even when you get to the end of the reign you set here, but 25 years might be a bit of a stretch to do to get full control of this area. I'll go with 50 years, I think. Now then, the theme music. You can kind of and it's still kind of loud here. You can kind of test them out here. The really the only one that doesn't seem to get too grating for me when it's been playing for a long time seems to be the menu music, of course. So there's the no music, but that might be I feel like I need something on my background. I'm already getting a bit created by that. It's maybe a bit too much. I do like the classic theme, but if I hear it playing for hours on end, it's not going to really work for me. Then there is the 8-bit theme. It's also kind of nice, but it's a short loop, so I don't really want to use that either. The column theme is too quiet to really hear it at all. and also it loops pretty quickly. So that leaves us with menu theme. We'll go with that. I haven't really put much thought into whom I want to be called. Uh, I think I'll be. Let's see what the random number generator says. I could be Toren Trollhater. I could be Borin Quinson. Hamund the Face Eater. Seren, son of Gutlens. Arkan, son of John. Turvek Hackerson. This is not really going to be the kind of a beginner playthrough, by the way, if you haven't been able to tell, even though I'm not going to be playing on the hardest difficulty. So there will be some tricks you might that might make the game experience kind of. You could say that there are going to be spoilers in this or something. The Dog Eater. Kohide of Downstream. I'm not feeling like these are very kingly still. What I'm after. Kanan Grobertson. Jürgen Amordsson. Strom Red Eyes. Balmon Derwinson. Uthworn Guyson. Bethelm Wilgeson. Nyram the Default. Let's go with the default name. Nyram the Default. Nyram the Default. It's silly enough for me to kind of like it. Sure. And Aslona will be fine. It is called Warsim, the Realm of Aslona, for a reason. I feel like anything below hard might not be enough of a challenge. But I already have all those other things that make this more of a challenge, so I'm feeling like hard might be what I will go for. You can read what they are about there, but I'm not going to. You are the ruler of the kingdom of Aslona. Once a mighty and powerful kingdom fighting against the powerful rebellion of Faradal, the Kinslayer, and the hordes of bandits loyal to Fëanor, overlord of the bandit horde, as well as several minor bandit gangs who pester your lands. And some half-god titans and some archer lich kings and some demon overlords and so on. The world is vast and complex. There is much to see and much to do, and little time to waste. From the fabled ancient lands to the blood-soaked arena, these lands call to be united under the flag of Aslona. Now it's going to take some time to create the kingdoms. The world is full of mystery and wonder. There are many peoples in this world. They are men, that is a default, that will always come. The goblins and demons are also such things. cavern vampires, banished vampires, scaly tree men, wraith warlocks, horned boogeymen, and goblins and demons. So no demigods here. Oh well. Or titans, or behemoths. I think those are pretty difficult. Behemoths. Now then, I haven't really decided what kind of a history my I myself might want to have. The options are: my father, the previous ruler, was assassinated. My father, the previous ruler, died of old age. He turned mad and was jailed. I won the throne in a bet with the previous ruler. I'm a bandit warlord and took the throne with my bandit army. I stole the throne with demonic trickery to serve the overlord, which does uh, alter the gay kind of does alter things a bit, but not. It still leaves a lot of things where you seem to be fighting the overlord, so it's not perfect. But I pulled a fabled sword from a stone. My father's a village elder and inherited the throne by accident. My enslaved forces were able to overthrow the previous ruler. I won the throne in a tournament to find the new ruler by strength. I led a slavery revolt and overthrew the slavers who ruled them. Or it's a long story, or we could leave it up to fate. I don't really feel like leaving it up to fate because there are a few of these I don't want to play again. I don't want to be a bandit warlord this time. I've played it already. I don't want to be the servant of the overlord. Not for this. It's not what I'm going for. And I also don't want to have my enslaved forces overthrowing the previous ruler. I've played that enough. I feel like I did. Another video which doesn't have a commentary on that. It took a decent amount of time, so I've had my fair share of experience with that. I think I'll go with my father, the previous ruler, was assassinated. You were raised the heir to the land and prepared to assume rule when your father grew too old and to rule and died. You were not prepared when you are not prepared when your father was slain by an assassin in the night. You are invited to the royal crowning ceremony where you can learn of your newly inherited realm. Of course, you are the ruler of this kingdom and can also ignore the ceremony completely. I think we'll go to the ceremony for just a bit. You enter what is now your throne room for the first time. There are small crowds of people who are gathered to see their new king. As you take a moment to observe the room, the High General of Aslona approaches. Greetings to you, my lord. I shall now crown you by right of birth as the new king of Aslona. The default person. You. What was it? Sarin the default. I'm kind of bad with names, actually. I should have maybe wrote it down somewhere in here. Whatever. So I won't seem stupid when. I know it is one. Hello, default. Maybe I'll just call myself default. It's so silly. It's good.